What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Stanley Parable. When we last left off last time, we beat the game. For once, I beat a game without horribly screwing things up somehow. Actually, I did the first time, but then I beat it, but whatever. I couldn't remember what the name of my room was. It was 427, so maybe I should have just seen what camera I was on, but oh well, that's not important. This time we're gonna do everything he says not to do except go down the stairs. We're actually going, well, let me think. Go to my office, turn on the mind control, going up the stairs. Okay, so we're going through the right door first.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was
Nope.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You tell me none of these doors open?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
Can I
really
get a
been
soda
worth
now?
the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I like this way better. $1,000 penalty for jumping off the cargo with $5,000. Do not jump from the cargo. Give all his motion will cause death. Can I actually jump off this thing?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm sorry. That wasn't as funny as I thought it was, but it was pretty funny. Wait.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
What? Whatever. Alright, so there's a bunch of different methods I want to do. So we're going through the right door again, but we're not going to jump off the lift this
When
time.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want a donut, and I suck at walking, apparently.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
How about no?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, let's do it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all
What
this
happens if I
time.
go that way?
There's someone you've
What
been
happens?
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to
I'm
make
gonna write
every
it out.
decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I'm not walking into the dark room, man. I don't really have a choice, do I?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out
Dude,
to
I
her.
have goosebumps.
If you can truly
There's something
place
creepy
your
about a
faith in
phone
another,
in the middle of the room.
then pick up the phone. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
This should be good.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
A back sack and crack? What is a back sack and crack?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
That video just spoke to me on a different level.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay, which way are we going? We're going back now, okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
So there's no way for me to fall off the edge now. That's lame. So we're going all the way back, aren't we?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Psych.
No! Why did you do that? quickly. Hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Dude, grab another game, man.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
I almost feel bad.
I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to. I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Oh, is this the room?
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Did
you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. See, I want to go through the door on the right again. Just to see what happened, but... There. I went through the door on the left. You little brat.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so we're walking up to a boss's office, blah, blah, blah. Whoa. The office changed. Okay, then.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Do I have to do this?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver.
How?
Right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Is this supposed to be me?
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If
I
you
tried
didn't
to
want to
do
see
it.
what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice.
You made
know.
me.
You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why am I on the roof?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So...
That's so sad.
You hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Hello.
Okay.
It's me.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
This game was made by Galactic
That's all
Cafe.
right.
Good
I'll
job.
wait for you to
Galactic Cafe.
decide what's the right thing to
This
do.
game is interesting, for sure.
Take as much time as you need.
Okay. Alright, so I think that's gonna wrap it up for me. I'm probably just gonna play through it and experiment the other possible ways, but I think that's enough videos on. I'm not gonna upload 500 videos on this game with all the different ins and outs, but I mean, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever. And I'm sorry if the video was like scrunch. I don't know why. I noticed it like halfway through. I don't know why the game did that, but whatever. It's whatever. Alright, have a great day. Adios.